Okay, today we are going to be talking about turning points in our life. Now, reminder, we are writing personal narratives, and that is a story that is true about you. This week, we are going to think about turning points in our life. Turning points are moments when our life starts to change. First times we do things and last times we do things are often turning points in our life. We want to think of important times we did things for the first and last time. We can also think of times you realized something important. That might remind you of a signpost in reading aha moments. And this is when you have an aha moment. When you have an aha moment, it means that it is probably a great story. So that is when you finally realize something. So, first, we are going to make a list of things that we can write about. I'm going to start by thinking about important first times in my life. Think of important things in your life and then the first times you did those things. So, here are some first time examples. The first time I saw our family dog, the first time I had surgery, the first time I got hit in baseball. And then now let's think of some last times that we did things. So think of important things in your life and the last time that you did those things. So here are some last time examples. Last time playing basketball competitively. Last time we were in school before coronavirus. Last time I got lost in a store. Now, let's try to think of some aha moments. So, lots of times, aha moments are when you learn a lesson. Think about times you had trouble and then you learned a lesson from it. Or think about when you realized something important in your life. So, here are some examples. When I realized it isn't smart to wait for the last minute to get my work done. When I realized that I wanted to be a teacher. Both examples of aha moments. All right. Now we need to think about one that we want to write about. So, for example, today we're going to write about the first time Mr. V saw his family dog that he grew up with. As you write today, your focus is going to be the same as last week. Try to add dialogue into your story. And remember, when a new person talks, you must do a new paragraph. Also, remember, when time moves forward or backwards, you must also switch to a new paragraph. Okay, so reminder, when you make a new paragraph, you have to show it in two different ways. You want to indent your first paragraph. That means that you make the first sentence, it should say, stick out farther than the other sentences. So you do this by pressing the spacebar 5 times or using the tab button if you have a keyboard. Second, you need to skip a line or two to make a gap between your paragraphs. All right, let's look at this example. It was Christmas of 1991. Mr. V was 4 years old. His sister and him woke up early in the morning. We did that every year. I'm going to read it as Mr. V now, okay? We did that every year. We went downstairs and looked at all our gifts. There were so many gifts under the tree. I started getting really excited. We then opened up our stockings. Our parents always had us do that first so we wouldn't wake them up as early. We both got super antsy and wanted to open our gifts though. So now we're going to write about something that happened a few minutes later. Time is moving forward, so we have to make a new paragraph. After my parents had gotten up, we started opening all our gifts. It was a blur of wrapping paper flying all over the house as both my sister and I tore open our gifts. I honestly can't remember a single thing I got, but I remember being super happy when I thought we were done. So now a new person is going to start talking. So since we're adding dialogue, we have to make a new paragraph. Oh, you guys are done? said my mom. I could have sworn there was one more gift, she said with a huge smile on her face. Okay, a new person is going to talk. We need a new paragraph. There is one more gift. I forgot I left it at your uncle's house. I'll be right back, said my dad. In that moment, I for sure did not put together what was happening. At that point, I had started to get really hungry and mostly just wanted breakfast. Little did I know how big this gift was going to be. All right, we're talking about something that moves forward in time. So let's start a new paragraph. About 10 minutes later, my dad came back with a big box. It wasn't wrapped, which seemed weird to me. He put the box on the ground and told us both to open it together. As we opened the box, I reached my hand in without looking to try to feel what was inside the box. And that is when something warm, wet, and slimy touched my hand. Ah! I yelled, wondering what in the world touched me. My sister opened the rest of the box and out popped the head of a puppy cocker spaniel. My sister grabbed him out of the box and hugged him like crazy. I was still in shock, but snapped out of it and held the puppy as my parents took photos. That was the day I first held our dog Grover. Here's Mr. V and his puppy. Remember, he was 4 years old. All right, it is your turn now. So, you are going to write a new and true story using one of your first, last, or aha moments. Focus on using new paragraphs when someone new talks or time has moved forward or backwards. Remember to skip a line and use 5 spaces to show new paragraphs.